Thank you so much. Another question from Carla over there. Thank you so much.
Hi, uh, I'm Carla. I work for the Director General for Maritime Policy. I'm a biologist and I love image. I think with image you can really make a difference. You can influence people. With all the movies that you have done, have you felt that you already caused the tipping point in someone else?
I think your question was around do I feel like we have
No.
created...
Did you feel that you were the tipping point for someone else, like what happened to you when you saw the penguins? Which I started to cry, of course. But did you feel that with your work you already caused the tipping point in someone else?
I'd like to think that if I've actually made a difference to one person and that person has made another difference, that would be amazing. I do know that the Tipping Point series is played in over 170 countries, I think, by now. And over the time, we've had people that have approached us to play it in communities, and I think that's been wonderful. And I believe that the tipping point as a theory, when I first heard about it, and I was challenged to find a new way to talk about climate change with Screen Australia, I do remember 6 months of trying to find a different way to tell the story and coming across Professor Tim Lenton's work one night, and it was nearly midnight in Australia, and I just by chance thought I would give him a call because I found his number at Exeter University, and he picked up the phone. He's very British, and he said, "Yes, this is Tim Lenton speaking." And I went, "Well, I'm actually calling you from Australia. You don't know me." And after 2 hours of talking to him, I knew that it was a story that had to be told. I think we're now understanding that the climate is an interactive system, right? And there are numbers of areas that all work together. I think that when one does tell a story, though, there has to be more consideration as to making sure that if people hear the story, that there's somewhere that they can go to find out more information or work out how they can have an impact in their local community. And I think that we are all, as storytellers now, realising how important it is. You don't just make a story to put out there. I know when I film, I think, okay, we're going to create a series of blogs off that. We're going to create a podcast series off that. We're going to have to run social media, Insta TV. We're going to have to do Snapchat. We're going to have to do Facebook. And so really it's a myriad of communications because not that many people are watching like the old-fashioned free-to-air television, right? They're on Netflix or, you know, StarHub in Asia, or they're watching Stan or whatever it is that they're watching. Everybody is actually choosing a medium, but still social media and digital content, I think, are king. So we have to make sure that we are communicating on all levels. And next year will be 10 years since I did Tipping Points, the first series. And so I'm very keen to go back and look at beyond the tipping points, actually, where are we now? And to consider how that will impact I call it the consumer, but the community mind, and how we will use that to impact business and government to continue to educate them about the climate as a system. So I hope we have moved the needle a bit, but it actually takes the whole community of the world to do that. But to have some narratives out there that people can to hear, I hope will actually propel that narrative further.